Welcome to Pottorff's Behind the Blades, Not a Podcast. I'm Stephenie Ravenscroft, and joining me is Josh Parent.
Good morning, Stephenie.
So, Josh, today we're getting into a topic that can be confusing, but it's one every architect, engineer, and contractor, and we're even adding estimator today, needs to understand the UL Design P522 and ceiling radiation dampers. A little side note, this topic was requested by our rep in Florida, CAVH.
Outstanding and exactly right. You might have seen UL P522 shown in your plans or submittals and wondered what it really means. Spoiler alert, it's not a damper model, it's a UL fire resistance design, and it's critical where you're dealing with fire-rated ceiling assemblies.
Okay, let's start there. UL P522 is a UL fire resistant design that outlines how a specific roof ceiling assembly must be built to achieve a 1 hour fire rating.
Right. The P in P522 means it's a roof ceiling assembly. UL has a whole library of rated assemblies, L521, P522, L528, and there's quite a few more. Each design specifies the exact materials, structure, and components needed to maintain that fire rating. So when a mechanical duct or air diffuser penetrates that assembly, you can't just cut a hole and move on. You must use a ceiling radiation damper certified for that exact UL design, like P522.
Why is that, Josh?
Here's the reason. The ceiling membrane is part of the fire barrier. If you penetrate it, even for a small air diffuser or return grill, you've compromised the rated protection unless a tested device restores it. That's where a ceiling radiation damper comes in. It's designed to close automatically during a fire when the fusible link melts, blocking the passage of heat and flames through the opening.
And that's not optional. According to IBC section 713.4 and NFPA 90A, any penetration through a rated lid like the UL P522 assembly must maintain the same hourly rating.
And the only way to do that is by using a UL 555C certified or comparable ceiling radiation damper that's approved for that specific UL design.
Let's talk about how UL designs and dampers work together.
Sure. Every UL rated ceiling design like P522 lists approved details, joist type, gypsum thickness, insulation, and so on. But it also dictates what happens at mechanical penetrations.
Exactly. For example, if the assembly is UL P522, only ceiling radiation dampers certified for that specific P522 assembly can be used. You can't substitute one tested in, say, L528 because the fire performance data only applies to that certified configuration.
Yep. That's why Pottorff's documentation is so valuable. Their ceiling radiation dampers are cross-listed with multiple UL designs, including P522. That means when engineers or estimators specify Pottorff CFDs, they can match the damper directly to the required UL ceiling assembly and ensure full compliance.
What should engineers know?
For engineers, here's the big takeaway. Always check your ceiling assembly type early in design. If your plans call for UL P522, you need to make sure your register and damper assembly are UL approved for that exact design.
Exactly. It's not about picking any CFD. It's about matching the UL design number, the damper model, and the ceiling construction. If any of those don't align, it's a code violation and it won't pass inspection. Okay, our rep in Florida asked us to include a little information for her estimators. So Josh, what should estimators know?
From an estimating standpoint, this is where coordination matters. First, identify whether the product includes fire-rated floor or ceiling assemblies. If it does, you're automatically looking at ceiling radiation dampers wherever there are registers or duct penetrations.
Then check the UL design. Some designs allow lay-in diffusers with factory-attached dampers, while others do not. Each has a different price point and labor factor.
And here's a pro tip. Always confirm that your damper register combo is certified for the UL assembly. If it's not, inspectors can require removal or substitution, and that's a very expensive mistake late in the job.
Okay, so how about a real-world scenario?
Let's paint a picture. If you're designing a multifamily building with UL P522 rated corridor ceiling, the architect specifies 1 hour protection and your mechanical drawings show multiple registers along the hallway. Each one of those registers needs a ceiling radiation damper approved for P522. When the duct penetrates that rated lid, the damper ensures that during a fire, the ceiling assembly maintains its 1 hour rating.
So if a fire starts below the ceiling, the fusible link melts, the damper closes, and the heat transfer through the duct is contained, exactly as tested in the P522 assembly. That's how code compliance and life safety work hand in hand. So why does this all matter, Josh?
In the big picture, UL designs like P522 are there to protect both people and property. They define how to build and maintain fire-rated barriers. Sealing radiation dampers are the mechanical solution that keeps those barriers intact when we introduce airflow. So whether you're designing, specifying, or estimating, remember this rule. If you penetrate a fire-rated lid, protect it with a UL 555C certified sealing radiation damper approved for that specific UL design.
And Pottorff can help with that.
Absolutely, we can.
Thanks, Josh. So here's the bottom line and the conclusion to this podcast. When it comes to sealing penetrations in fire-rated assemblies, there's no room for guesswork. UL designs like P522 define exactly how these assemblies perform. And using the correct UL 555C certified sealing radiation damper is what keeps the protection intact. That's the difference between code compliant and code confident. When your mechanical design, UL assembly, and damper all align, you're protecting lives, safeguarding property, and ensuring your project passes inspection the first time. If you'd like to know more, visit us at www.pottorff.com. Thank you for joining this episode of Behind the Blades.